right, hello everybody. Welcome to Sacred Heart Music Center. Yeah, I'm Mark Nikolowski. I'm on the board here at Sacred Heart, and just a couple announcements before we get going with Duluth Does Bonnie Raitt. All right. Yeah. Well, Sacred Heart, for those of you who don't know, Sacred Heart is a nonprofit, volunteer-run operation dedicated to promoting music of all kinds and maintaining our historic 19th century building. It's, like I said, volunteer-run. We have a lot of volunteers here tonight on hand. Let's give them a hand for all the... Also, big thanks to Eric Swanson, our producer. He's putting this all together. Let's give Eric a hand, running the sound back there. Yeah. Tonight's show will be is being live streamed on YouTube, and it'll also be archived. So you can go back and watch an instant replay of the show tomorrow or whenever. So yeah, and the whole world can see it too. So yeah, that's exciting, and that's being done by Two Harbors Media, Jose and Kim. Yeah, give them a hand. Just a couple announcements, a couple of things coming up here. We've got Peter Mayer and Sarah Thompson performing here on April 2nd, next Saturday. That'll be a great show. Tickets are available in the back. Andy Peterson, UMD student, will be presenting the music of John Coltrane here on April 7th. Charlie Parr, April 16th. That's a big show. And we just announced that Dave Simonet of Trampled by Turtles will be here on May 12th. So that's going to be a great show, too. Yeah, but we've got a really great show tonight with Duluth Does Bonnie Raitt, and to kind of lead you all in here, we have Karen Sunderman to be our MC for tonight. Let's give Karen a hand.
It is so awesome to be here, and you all look fabulous. So give yourself a round of applause. It's so great to be in this beautiful building. So are you here for Bonnie Raitt? Are you here for live music? And are you here for this beautiful space? This is actually a fundraiser for Sacred Heart Music Center, and thank you all for spending that money on your way in the door, because that helps keep this door open and this beautiful space available for musicians to rehearse, for musicians to record, and for all of us to come in and really enjoy what Duluth and actually what the nation has to offer as far as great music. So I'm really glad you're here. I'm going to give you my tiny little plug, and this won't be the last time. So how many people have heard about Live from the Heart? Yeah? Okay, this is the amazing collection of musicians who performed here over the last 2 years, when it was really hard as a musician to perform anywhere. Sacred Heart, through a live stream opportunity, really let people perform. And some of the best music that came out of that 2 years in quarantine-ish came out on this Live from the Heart. And it's a beautiful CD, $10 at the desk as you came in, and it is worth it. If you think about it, a Spotify tune costs you, what, $1.29? You have 14 songs here of local music that is phenomenal and really showcases the talent that we have here. So I encourage you, if you're a dinosaur like me and still have a CD player, this is a really nice treat. The other thing that you can do besides your fancy ticket tonight is to buy one of these awesome t-shirts. And these are beautiful, and it came from a fundraiser that was actually Ursa Minor came to Sacred Heart and said, what can we do? I really love this place. Would you be willing? And you know what? You can't say no to the Ursa Minor guys because they do an awesome job. And it is beautiful. Thank you. And there's some in the back? Okay. Well, okay, you're in good company with Ursa Minor here. And these are also just $10 tonight. I think they came out at $25 to start with, but it's down to a manageable level. So, you know, there might be, you know, you guys, spring is coming. You will want a short sleeve t-shirt, I promise you. All right, so how many of you know the whole backstory of Sacred Heart? Yeah? And how many are you like, how in the world did we get this beautiful place? And with these amazing stained glass windows and don't really know why we have this here. You know, us locals kind of take this for granted that we have this beautiful place. But you know, this building, the history goes back to the 1870s. It was on this place, the very first Catholic church in Duluth was. It was a wooden church. And sure enough, what happens to wooden structures in history? You know it, it burned down. So this particular building in 1892 was designed by an architect named Gerhard Tenbusch in the neo-Gothic revival style. But you know what? It was the seat of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Duluth until beginning in 1896. And the Sacred Heart School, do you know that, is just across the street? Yeah, my father-in-law went to school across the street. Rest his soul, he was a beautiful man, and he told stories about going to school there. And it's like, that is just a piece of history that I don't have. So that was constructed in 1904. So in 1957 is when Sacred Heart became a parish church. So it was just the neighborhood church, right? And about 2 decades later, they merged with St. Mary's Star of the Sea. And then this church became kind of an extra thing that the church had. And they ended up selling this building and the buildings around it. And then what happens? You know, it sits, it waits, and it waits. Ooh, cue the music, I like that. And it waits. And all kinds of things happened to it in that time. This isn't on the script, but I know that they had all kinds of crazy things happen, like steam pipes burst. That pipe organ back there needs all kinds of love, all kinds of climate-controlled things. This beautiful floor you're sitting on didn't exist. Some of the first times I was here, you could feel it flexing. It was crazy. Anyway, so a volunteer board got together and really said, we need to save this beautiful building. So I'll truncate it there. You don't need to hear more about that. I'll tell you more about it later, but this is a special place that is fueled by love and community and volunteers. And that's what gives you the opportunity to be here tonight. So to all the volunteers who have come along the way, thank you very much for giving us this beautiful space to hear music. All right. All right. So, are we ready for some music, do you think? Yes? All right. I like that. Raise your hand if you're ready for some music. All right, me too. All right, what does the lineup look like tonight? Did you pick up one of the programs on the way in? Yes. It's incredible. There are all kinds of musicians who stepped up to the challenge, and we'll do the first 4, then we'll take a little break. That's when you can do some shopping and back, maybe refill a beverage if you need one. And in between, I'll be sharing some tidbits about Bonnie's musical career and the music that the musicians actually picked their own songs about music that actually appealed to them, which is pretty cool. And I want to give a huge shout out to Jose and Kim and Two Harbors Media for live streaming this for us tonight. Thank you. Yeah. They have given us a chance to enjoy music throughout this crazy last couple of years and really have stuck with Sacred Heart in a beautiful way. And I also want to thank Eric Swanson, who is the mastermind behind Duluth Does. Seriously. How many of you been to any of the other Duluth Does concerts? Yeah. Yeah. So if you would, shout out one of the names of the concerts you went to. Duluth Does, Dylan. Duluth Does, Fleetwood Mac. Duluth Does. What was the last one? Yes. So many good memories. And really, thank you, Eric, for making that all happen and giving us a chance, and local musicians a chance to really step up and, you know, show off what they got, show off some chops, and for us to hear music in a different way. So our first up is Lori Hatton and John Ward. And they've been playing a variety of styles as a duo in trios and in bands since 1977. Known simply as Lori and John, and here's a weird aside. My brother and sister's name are Lori and John. So it's like, you can't forget that, Karen. They've shared the stage with many regional and national acts at venues throughout the Northland. And you might have seen Lori and John's story recently on the evening news. Anybody see that story? Yeah. So they've generously offered refuge to a Ukrainian family in their lovely Duluth home. And this is all possible through a website called Ukraine Take Shelter. And that's a beautiful thing. So tonight they'll be performing a song written by Chris Smithers. And Bonnie released her version of Love Me Like a Man almost 50 years ago in October of 1972 on her album, Give It Up. So please give it up for Lori and John.
Well, okay. Wow, you're very well behaved, audience. I'm not used to this. Our friends Kim and Mike. Perhaps you've heard of them. Oh, I gotta plug in. I'm used to playing folk music. All right. We are ready.
Men that I've been seeing lately got their soul upon a shelf. Now they could never love me when they can't even love themselves. And I need someone to love me, somebody to really understand, who won't put herself above me, just love me like a man. Never seen such losers, darling, even though I've tried to find a man to take me on. Instead of taking me for a ride, and I need someone to love me, somebody to really understand, who won't put himself above me, just love me like a man. They want me to rock rock them like my back ain't got no bone. I want a man to rock me like my backbone was his own. Darling, I know you can. Don't you put yourself above me. You just love me like a man. Come on, sad and lonely, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I want a man to hold me, not some fool to ask me why. And I need someone to love me. Darling, I know you can do it. Don't you put yourself above me. Just love me. Don't you put yourself above me. Just love me. Don't you put yourself all above me. You just love me like a man.
John Ward and Lori Hatton.
Thank you. The fish heads.
Okay, don't you want to hear more than one song? It's going to be that kind of night, you guys, because this lineup just keeps going. There is some fantastic musicians coming up, and that's a lot of things to shuffle through. So I'm so glad that Eric and his team are comfortable with flipping things around. Our next band is the Israel Malachi Orchestra. Israel Malachi has been in existence for 12 years. The orchestra features a revolving cast of musicians and is open to basically anyone who wants to contribute. The only constant is, of course, the guitarist and vocalist Malachi himself. Malachi has been playing publicly in Duluth since 1975, starting with the band Atomic Mushroom Revolt. I think there's a story there. Tonight's group includes, along with Malachi, Glenn Thomas on drums, Mark Waylo on bass, Sheila Wonders on guitar and vocals, and Judas Rose on guitar and lead vocals. Now their song choice tonight is one written by Diedrich Malone, a pseudonym for Don Roby, titled As the Years Go Passing By. It was originally recorded in October of 1972 and released in 1980 on the bootleg album Bonnie Raitt and Friends. So here you go, Friends. The Malachi, Israel Malachi Orchestra.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. It's always a good cause. We're supporting Sacred Heart, which means a lot to a lot of people. They do a lot of great things, and so you're doing well just by coming here and cheering everyone on.
That's one thing you can't deny. See, my love will follow you as the years go passing by.
Judas Rose, everyone.
That is just awesome. That is so awesome. Thank you, guys. And do you feel the years kind of like, I don't know, the last 2 years is like, has that gone fast or ridiculously slow? Yeah, just so strange to think about where we were a year ago, and it's not that much different, but it kind of is. Okay, so do you guys know that Bonnie Raitt has new music coming out? Yeah? Her first show of her next tour is Monday. Isn't that awesome? So I was reading up on her, of course, and thinking about, she's been making music as long as I've been alive, which is pretty awesome. And she put out this new album thinking, I don't want to do something if I don't have something to say. So she's somebody who kept pushing and kept looking for new sounds and new ways to do it. And I can't wait to hear this album. It comes out in April as far as the recording of it. But the closest, just FYI, the closest she comes, and this is why I'm doing this research, she's playing near St. Cloud on July 29th. Just put that, and you know who she's touring with? Mavis Staples. Yeah. I mean, she's touring with Lucinda Williams and NRBQ and Mark Cohn, but in Minnesota, she'll be with Mavis Staples. So I'm just saying, it's a public service announcement, is all I'm saying. Okay, next up is Brianne Marie. Brianne Marie broke into the music scene as a solo performer and an acoustic guitar and a repertoire of country music covers and originals. She now plays the style she's dubbed as Great Lakes Country Music with her full band, Front Porch Singers. That's Evan and Johnny and Kyle and Kaylin and Danielle and Matt. The full band has performed many times in this beautiful place and all over Minnesota and Wisconsin. Now, here's her Sacred Heart fun fact. In May of 2011, Brianne performed Dolly Parton's Coat of Many Colors at Sacred Heart Does Grand Ole Opry. The show had over 400 attendees, and it was Brianne's first original gig with her guitar. The Duluth Does concerts will always hold a special place in her heart, she says, because it's where it started. Let's hear Brianne Marie perform. You'll find, you'll find this on the Nick of Time album it's called Nobody's Girl, written by Larry McNally.
Thank you, Karen. Good evening, everybody. You having a good time so far? Woo. All right, here's this one. She don't need anybody to tell her she's pretty. She's heard it every single day of her life. He's got to wonder what she sees in him when there's so many others standing in line. And she gives herself to him, but he's still on the outside. She's all in her own little world. She's nobody's girl. She's nobody's girl. She shows up at his doorstep in the middle of the night. Then she disappears for weeks at a time, just enough to keep him wanting more. So many others on the side, and he's left to pick up the pieces. Wonder what does he do this for? before I met her, I didn't love nothing. I could take it or leave it, that was okay. She brings out a want in me, things I didn't even know that I need. She does anything she wants, anytime she wants to, with anyone, you know, and she wants it all. Still she gets all upset over the least little thing, and when you hurt her, it makes you feel so small. And she's a walking contradiction, but I ache for her inside. She's fragile like a string of pearls. She's nobody's girl. She's nobody's girl. She's nobody's girl. Okay.
Just beautiful. I love that. So I'm going to stall a little bit because Born Too Late has more people to get on stage. So I'll tell you a story while they're doing their setup. And it's about Bonnie Raitt. So you know that she's from a musical family, right? Wow. She was born into that family in 1949, Burbank, California. Her mom, Marjorie, and her dad was John Raitt, very successful Broadway musical actor. So, I mean, think about the music you know of Bonnie Raitt and then think Broadway. It's like, well, yeah, that could be. Her parents were also Quakers who were very active in liberal politics, a legacy that Bonnie carried on from a very young age. She and her two brothers were encouraged to pursue music. Come on over, guys. Am I totally in the way?
I'm just right here.
Oh,
You're
please.
Totally fine. Continue.
Okay. Well, what I'm impressed with is this is a musical family as well. So that was kind of my big segue. Bonnie Raitt is all about family, and this is a family affair, and I'm so impressed with you guys. So I can jump off the whole long story about Bonnie, but she was encouraged to play the piano, but she thought her mom was too good, so she was like, okay, maybe I'll play the guitar, you know, which is kind of a funny thing. But she gravitated towards American folk revival and R&B and country and rock, and we are so glad she did. The next band up is setting up called Born Too Late. And this is a local band that got their start playing together when they were students in middle school and elementary school. The band is made up of brother and sister, Trax, and what's your sister's name? Rockin'. Pleased to meet you guys. And Rockin', they're from Superior Senior High School. And Taylor Shikes is from Denfeld. Tonight they're joined by their uncle, Shane Nelson, and Matt Groom on drums. Truly a musical family. The first time I met you, Trax, I don't know if you remember. Good fibber. Good fibber. Did you see that? Where's the rim shot on the drums? So Trax was working with the Music Resource Center here, and I was working with the Playlist, a show on PBS, and we were doing a story on the Music Resource Center. And you guys were rehearsing, and I was like, no way, this is amazingly talented. So I'm really glad that you're here tonight. So Born Too Late started right here. They are currently recording their debut album, Rebel Child, here at Sacred Heart. They hope to finish in early April and release soon after. The album is being recorded and mastered by the master himself, Eric Swanson. Okay, yeah. So you can follow Born Too Late on Instagram and on Facebook to stay up on the upcoming shows and keep tabs on their album. You can search on Facebook, Born Too Late, 2 O's in 2, and look for the 48.5 insert logo. That's how you know it's the right Born Too Late. So they'll be performing here once again on April 21st for the Peace to Ukraine concert. So put that on your calendar. They've chosen a song by Boss Skaggs, which Bonnie contributed to with her amazing slide guitar work and her vocals. Boz, excuse me. Okay, come and tell us that.
So, there actually is 2 Hell to Pay songs that Bonnie Raitt did. One of them is that one, and then there's an additional one, which is the one that we're going to be doing tonight. But, you know, it's kind of a funny story, because we were planning on doing that one at first, and I was listening to that one, and then I found this one, which has the same title, and I liked this one too, and we couldn't decide. We went back and forth, and we ended up going with this one. So you're not completely wrong, but pretty
I'm
close.
not completely right. Well, thank you for the correction, and I will just say Born Too Late's going to take it away. Enjoy. Thank you.
There we go.
You to know, think you're taking this about as far as it can go. It's about to blow. You got nowhere to run. Why don't you sit back and watch the show? You used to drop your little darling off in Sunday school. Family values while you were getting some behind the pool. She's nobody's fool, so don't be acting surprised when your daughter wants it bad as you. Tracks on the guitar. You jack up the red, you call it alone. 'Cause your intent is to screw 'em all all day on. Throw the dog a bone. Well, you'll be crying for mercy when your karma calls you on the phone. Well, you know, times are hard. Ain't it a bitch? But the Japanese is making you twitch. All your investments are turning sour. It kinda spoils your happy hour. Now, now, now. Taylor Shakes on the bass. Look around, look coming your way. So wonder to us how you ever thought you'd get away. What you say? Well, the way it looks from here, you
Thank you. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. I think Bonnie is like having a portal like into this room is like really awesome. Really great to hear that talent. Yeah, well, those darn kids grow up to be pretty awesome adults. So we got that going for you. So next up, we have Aurora Bear, who is also an amazingly talented musician. She is a Minnesota native who dropped out of UMD in part to pursue a career in live music, entertainment, in dive bars. So this isn't quite dive bars, but she's got us. She has succeeded in this realm, and now she hides in a small town in central Minnesota and often donates her time to musical ventures just like this one. Her original music used to be folky, but nowadays she writes rock and roll about the military-industrial complex and outer space. So you can find more information on social media about Aurora and at aurorabear.com, and you spell it bear, BAER.com. Correct, Amundo?
Thank you, Karen.
Okay. Check out her new CD coming out. It's called Out of My Mind.
It's out.
It's out.
That's right.
Where can I get it?
It's streaming on all major platforms.
Fantastic. Really awesome to see you, too. Okay, the song Aurora Chose was written by the Texas Nightingale, Sippy Wallace, and this was her signature song. Mighty Tight Woman goes back to Bonnie's very first self-titled album release in 1971. Wow.
You got a grip on that?
Falling on my knees, I come to you, pretty papa, falling on my knees, as if you ain't got nobody, won't you kindly take me, please, 'cause I'm a mighty tight woman, I'm a real tight woman, Lord, I'm a jack of all trades, I can be your sweet woman, also be your slave. Lord, I can do things so good, you will swear that I behave.
Thank you so much.
Okay, wow. How do you sit down? You know, you are fully able to stand up and dance, at least in the wings, okay? That's pretty awesome. Okay, do you know that Bonnie Raitt has released 18 studio albums, 3 live albums, 3 compilation albums, and 42 singles? She received numerous awards to include 10 competitive Grammy Awards, receiving her first Grammy in 1990, as well as a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. She's listed as number 50 in Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest singers of all time. And she's on the list of greatest guitar players too. So, we have some pretty awesome music here tonight, and next up is Sheila Wonders. She is an independent musician out of Superior, Wisconsin, and she's been playing music since she was a kid and is a singer-songwriter. You can find Sheila Wonders on Facebook. Now tonight's Sheila's song choice is Nick of Time, which, along with the entire album of the same name, was a major hit in what year, guys? A little louder. 1989. Where were you in 1989? Nick of Time sold 5 million copies and was Album of the Year. Raitt wrote this song while on a cabin retreat in Mendocino, California. And we get it here tonight thanks to Sheila Wonders. Thank you so much.
She sees baby
Okay, it just keeps getting better, you guys. It's great. I'm so happy to be here. Did I tell you about the CD you can buy in the back? Did I tell you about the t-shirt that's really awesome? All right, you got options. I'm just saying. It's a fundraiser for this beautiful space, and you know, that's part of my job, is to let you know, one, thank you for being here in this beautiful space and sharing live music in person, and two, thank you for supporting this beautiful space. Now, a lot of you know who's coming up next. Here's my spiel. Ready? Sure. I got a long spiel. I'll make it a short one. Bill and Kate Isles are an acoustic singer-songwriter duo based here in Duluth, Minnesota. Using a wide variety of musical styles, their performances carry audiences through a broad landscape of experiences, from metaphorical worlds to small-town family stories, and even zany comedy. I didn't know there was a comedy thing here, guys. Okay, you know that they tour nationally and present their songs to audiences large and small, in house concerts, festival stages, and everything in between. Truly mesmerizing, transcendent, even hysterical are common descriptions from audience reviews. So please give it up. Written by Eric Katz and Libby Titus. Help Bill and Kate as they're about to perform this gorgeous song, Love Has No Pride.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen. Well, if you're like me, and I know I am, you must love the music of Bonnie Raitt. I got to see her on her first tour, opening for John Prine at Mankato State College. They had some great music. I saw Harry Chapin about a month later after that. But we shared a show with Eric Katz about 10 years ago in Florida one time, too. But we kind of have an agreement with him. We shared a show with him now. He doesn't know who we are, and so we want to keep it that way. So it's great to be here. Thank you for Eric and Mark and the whole crew here that's been putting these shows on.
They've been doing a great job.
Just phenomenal. And some of us have been used to this playing for cameras for the last 2 years, for streaming shows. We just did our 93rd streaming show, and it's so weird to hear sounds from the audience. All we hear is our dogs,
I've had bad dreams too many times to think that they don't mean much anymore. Fine times have gone and left my sad home. Friends who once cared just walk out my door. Love has no pride when I call out your name. Love has no pride when there's no one left to blame. I'd give anything to see you again. I've been alone too many nights to think that you could come back again. I've heard you talk, she's crazy to stay, but this love hurts me so, I don't care what you say. Love has no pride when I call out your name. Love has no pride when there's no one left to blame. I'd give anything to see you again. If I could buy your love, I'd truly try, my friend. And if I could pray, my prayer would never end. But if you want me to beg, I'll get down on my knees, asking for you to come back. I'll be pleading for you to come back, begging for you to come back to me. Love has no no pride when I call out your name. Love has no pride when there's no one but myself to blame. I'd give anything to see you again. Yes, I'd give anything to see you again.
Okay, you guys, we have one more song, one more group before intermission. So again, about that CD in the back, about that t-shirt, but mostly thank you for being here, and thank these musicians for sharing their art, their voices, their music in this space with us tonight. Next up is Janie and the Spokes. Now, Janie and the Spokes is a four-piece alt-rock band that has spent the last 2+ pandemic years using their pent-up energy to create upbeat original music. Writers Jane Oz on guitar and Garth Anderson on drums collaborate with seasoned Pete Oz on electric guitar. I'll get out of the way shortly. And Jordan Nash on bass. Their original material is interspersed with B-side covers that leave the audience wondering what on earth they'll come up with next. Look for Janie and the Spokes on Facebook. Thing Called Love was written and released in 1987 by Bonnie's friend John Hyatt, and you'll find it on her 1989 album, Nick of Time. Without further ado, you guys are ready? Am I rushing? Okay, we're just gonna like breathe a minute. Just reminder. Okay, all right. Otherwise, you know, I'll keep talking. Okay, without further ado, here's Janie and the Spooks.
Thanks, Karen.
Come for me and you, it comes from up above. useless to be jealous. I couldn't tire you if I tried. I think you messing around my back brings a pain I just can't hide. Oh, babe, I've been true to you. If I can make that sacrifice, honey, you can do it too. Play that guitar, Pete. Come home drunk and nasty, you won't tell me where you've been. Just when things are nice and sweet, you go back out again. Oh, why do you want to mess up a good thing? I'm gonna find me another man, one who wants to give me everything. Give me everything, boy. I told you, pretty babe, such a long time ago. If I found you with another, I'd walk right out that door. Whoa, you might call me crazy. There's one thing you should know. If you want me to love you, you got to give it up or let me go. If you want me to love you, you got to give it up or let me go. If you want me to love you, you got to give it up or let me go. Time for a quick break. Thanks, everyone.
Let me put this another way. Well, all right. How are you doing? Woo! All right, let me see the CDs that you bought. Oh, thank you. Awesome. Any t-shirts sold at this break? Thank you. You are helping Sacred Heart keep this beautiful place alive. Okay, I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about that incredible instrument in the back of this place. It's a pipe organ called the Fliegelmacher, Opus 664. Okay, make a guess on how many pipes are in that pipe organ. More than 1,000? More than 1,500? There are 1,493 pipes. And that organ was installed in this church in 1898. This is the largest pipe organ indigenous to the state of Minnesota, and it remains almost exactly as it was then. That is hugely thanks to the Friends of the Fliegelmacher that are also a nonprofit group dedicated to preserving the organ, and they host lovely concerts. The next opportunity, this is your other public service announcement, next opportunity to hear that magnificent organ in person will be a benefit concert for peace and solidarity with Ukraine on April 21st. Thank you. So, peace and solidarity with Ukraine. April 21st, they'll play the Ukrainian national anthem on that beautiful pipe organ, along with some Ukrainian folk tunes. It is the area's finest piece of instrument of that caliber, and they'll have the finest musicians performing on this stage at that benefit, including some of the artists that you've seen here tonight. Now, all of the money raised at that concert will go directly to benefit Ukrainians in crisis. Organizers have partnered with Heart to Heart International, a global nonprofit network that delivers humanitarian services where they're needed most. Okay, one other little thing. The 15th of May, that pipe organ will again be featured in the Festival of Nordic Music, and then there is the annual Halloween Spooktacular and a Fliegelmacher Christmas concert. So there's your PSA for that beautiful organ. Okay, we are getting back to music. This looks like people are ready to go. Okay, come on, Karen. We have Tom, Garth, Doug, and Rose. They've all been involved in Twin Port's music scene for quite a while now in all kinds of different ways, and they've lent their musical talents to many previous Duluth Does concerts. Okay. So I almost want Rose to tell this story because she got to meet Bonnie Raitt. She was in LA in the 80s pursuing her own musical career. And, you know, Bonnie was an activist and played with her full band at a small venue in Santa Monica to support a number of indigenous organizations and causes. And as it turns out, there was an advertising glitch. Does that ever happen, right? There was a glitch, and somehow the crowd ended up being way smaller than expected. But Bonnie and her band went on to give a spectacular concert and an intimate treat. Rose says it was like a pathway to Bonnie's soul, positive energy, and extreme talent. Kind of unforgettable. She describes it as an impressive and unforgettable encounter with one of the music industry's absolute best performers. Now, this ensemble chose the beautiful Love and Lament song, which is on Rolling Stone magazine's list of the 500 greatest love songs of all time. I Can't Make You Love Me is a song written by Mike Reed and Alan Shamblin. Bonnie recorded it for her 11th studio album, Luck of the Draw. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Cockett on piano, Garth Anderson on drums, Doug Greenwood on bass, and Rose Haney with vocals.
Hold me close, don't patronize, don't patronize, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and feel the power you won't. No, you won't. I can't make you love me if you don't. I'll close my eyes, then you won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come, I'll do what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight, and I will give up this fight. I can't make you love me if you don't. You can make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. I can't make you love me if you don't.
That's the real deal. What do you think? Tom Crockett on the piano, too. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you all know that Bonnie Raitt was an activist, right? Is an activist. And she dedicated her 1972 album, Give It Up, to the people of North Vietnam. She urges all of us to learn more about preserving and caring for our natural environment and to be good stewards of the land and the water and its many creatures. She would say, it's up to us, right? In 1979, she, along with Jackson Browne, John Hall, Harvey Wasserman, and Graham Nash, founded Muse, which is Musicians United for Safe Energy. Muse supports organizations worldwide working to promote safe, alternative, non-nuclear energy sources. And that leads us to our next band. I promise it's related. This band is called hashtag the Indian Head Band. So, hashtag, you guys know that, right? Yeah? Okay. Hashtag the Indian Head Band. It's an indigenously mischievous family band and music experience that comes together in various arrangements for special performances and tonight for this fundraiser. Liz Jacala and Jackson Ripley are the parental figures, joined by some of their children and friends, and they're keeping it real. Segments, as a parent, you know, keeping it real means segments of this band are super happy to play and sometimes reluctant. And it doesn't actually say that on this script. But they've been involved with many fundraisers here at Sacred Heart. They've also tapped right into that ongoing fight against Minnesota's Line 3 tar sands oil pipeline, which cuts through more than It cuts through more than 200 bodies of water, including the Mississippi River, an issue that's also directly relevant to Bonnie's activism. Now, to connect the dots, almost a year ago on Earth Day 2021, the documentary-style music video, No More Pipeline Blues, On This Land Where We Belong, composed and produced by Larry Long, premiered on rollingstone.com. Bonnie Raitt and the Indigo Girls are among the many voices that are featured in the video. And tonight, on this stage, the hashtag Indian Head Band is bringing it to you.
Hello, all my relatives. We made it here. Sometimes I'm not so sure if we're all going to get here or how many people will be here on stage with me, because there's always a mutiny at some point, because we are a family band, and their mother is a tyrant. We have sometimes like 4 of us and sometimes 12 of us, but we're always the hashtag the Indian Head Band. And we're happy to be a part of these celebrations, and I'm honestly surprised that we get asked back. So, Miigwech, thank you for inviting us. Hi, my beak just hit the microphone. And we practiced this time. But I have to give acknowledgement over here to my son with the lap steel, Kaka Kadit. This is his debut on this instrument that we just got from his grandpa. My other son is Hunter. My adopted son on drums, JG. Our baby, Jagger. And that guy over there that is wearing a mask sometimes follows me around. All right, before we get started, I want to say that when we do water walking, we always say something before we exchange the vessel, the water vessel. And we say, I will do it for the water. And we say it in Ojibwe. So that's how we're starting this. Are we figuring things out, guys? Okay, don't give that guy a drink, though. Just kidding. The tall one, he's legal, but the younger one is not. Are you ready? Inga is your chige nebionje. Inga is your chige nebionje. 1, 2, 1, 2, right.
Where we belong, surrounded by the northern lights. On this land where we belong, beneath the starlit sky. On this land where we belong, we just want to do what's right. On this land where we belong, wild our blood runs red through the watershed of Mama King. On this land where we belong, we're gonna rise up singing. To which we belong, from the Canadian tar sands, 1 million barrels of oil a day runs through these sacred lands. On this land where we belong, everybody let's take a stand. On this land to which we belong, oil thicker than crude, running through the watershed. Baby, I'm not in the mood. On this land for which we belong, now what in the hell you gonna do? On this land
Thank you much.
Thank you, Liz Jackson and family. Indian Head Band. Thank you. Okay, next up, I'm going to keep us on track, right? We're like getting there to the home stretch. And I have to tell you, if you're thirsty, back there, beverages close at 9:09. What time is it now? Okay, 8:58. So you got 9 minutes. Okay, go quick. Okay. That was the PSA for that little break. This next artist is an emerging indie artist named Scarlett Woods, and she's won or been nominated for countless folk awards across the nation. She's been described as the child of Joni Mitchell and Katie Lang. Imagine that. Scarlett has opened for such acts as Stephen Stills, Judy Collins, and Blues Travelers. While the exquisite-voiced singer-songwriter has influence from a family steeped in show tunes, another show tune girl, her Americana jazz style is what captivates audiences. She fills her shows with stories of falling in love, of being employed in the crab boat industry. I think there's stories there. 6,000-mile bike rides and a performing all over Oregon and California and collecting tales from the West. Scarlett has produced a body of work that remains truly and entirely unique unto itself. From Bonnie's album Silver Lining, and as written by Gordon Scott Kennedy and Wayne Kirkpatrick, let's enjoy Scarlett's version of I Can't Help You Now.
Where were you when I was falling down, buzzing around your heart? Why'd you wait till I was moving on to come out of the dark to say I'm what you need and you could spend your life with me? Well, I can't help you now. No, I can't help you now. Maybe there was a time, but sometimes time runs out. Well, I can't help you. I can't help you now. 40 days since I stopped counting the days and counting the ways that I love you. Good long while since I found good enough a reason to come out of the dark to say I'm what you need and you could spend your life with me. Well, I can't help you now. Oh, I can't help you. But sometimes times run out. Oh, I can't help you. I can't help you now. Now you're saying the one you need, and you could spend your life with me. Well, I can't help you. No, I can't help you now. Oh, I can't help you now. Maybe there was a time, but sometimes times run out. Oh, I can't help you
Do you think we convince her to move here? Please, please. Oh, that's just awesome. Okay, you guys, we're halfway through our last half of this concert, and I hope you're having a blast. I think I have that grin on my face that makes your cheeks hurt, so that's a good sign. I get to introduce the Fish Heads. Yeah. So, Kim, a.k.a. Mama Guppy, and Mike Monson are the Fish Heads, and tonight, as Paul Jones so often does on stage and in the studio, he's accompanying them. The Fish Heads are a bluegrass Americana group with some classic rock thrown in for good measure. Bonnie Raitt means a great deal to Kim. Just out of high school, she had to learn a couple of songs to try out for a rock band. She did not make it into that band. But tonight, the Fish Heads will perform one of those songs from oh so long ago. Peeps can find the Fish Heads at bigfishtunes.com and on Facebook under Fish Heads, just 2 words. Over the past 2 years, the Fish Heads have raised more than $5,000 through contributions from fans and followers for a local food shelf, doing regular live stream concerts. The Fish Heads consider their Sacred Heart performances to be some of their most fun gatherings. Mike, Kim, and Paul love performing here with their friends and all of you in the audience. Now, this song, Home, was written by the great lyricist Carla Bonhoff and is a song about sweet things. It's first appeared on Bonnie's 1977 album, Sweet Forgiveness. Please welcome the Fish Heads.
Hey.
You on?
Yep, Paul's on. Well, we're just having too much fun tonight, as Commander Cody said.
He couldn't be here tonight, but we are. So it's true that I had to learn, actually, Sweet Forgiveness was the other song that I had to learn to try to get into this band. And one of the guys in the band ended up being my brother-in-law, but I never made it into the band. So kind of his loss. Well, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't right. It wasn't the right time. But certainly this song that was written by Carla Bonhoff, it is a song that lately, when I've been singing it and working on it, has been reminding me of Ukraine. It's called Home.
Check your tuning there. Hope you swing a little sharp.
cities of tiring life, and the trains come and go, but inside you know the struggle will soon be a fight. Home sings me of sweet things. My life there has its own wings. Fly over the mountain, though I'm standing still. Mr. Paul Jones. Traveling at night, the headlights were bright. Soon the sun came through the trees. Around the next bend, the flowers will send the sweet smell of home in the breeze. Home sings me of sweet things. My life there has its own wings. Fly over the mountain, though I'm standing still.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
That is just fantastic. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some upcoming shows here at Sacred Heart. Peter Mayer and Sarah Thompson are coming April 2nd. That's going to be awesome. Andy Peterson, the music of John Coltrane, here on April 7th. Varshkovsky Shapiro piano duo on that piano.
And you thought I could pronounce
I did. I believe in you.
Why would you?
I believe in you. That's on Sunday, April 10th. Charlie Parr is playing here Saturday the 16th. And the concert for peace and solidarity with Ukraine is Thursday, April 21st. There's a lot of good things happening here at Sacred Heart. And they just announced Dave Simonette coming to town today. So always more. Always more. Okay, so you're noteworthy.
Yes.
Okay, this is noteworthy, which is pretty awesome. This is Layla, thank you, Atkin.
Octagon. Close again.
Layla Octagon. Say that together with me. Layla Octagon. Thank you, welcome. and Brad Nelson.
Yeah,
that's way easier.
That's so easy to say, isn't it? Really?
Way easier. And are you having Tom Cockett?
Oh, yes. He's
right there. And Tom Cockett is playing that beautiful piano. Wow. So Layla is a well-established Duluth musician, and she's responsible for penning and singing the DTA's Ride the Bus jingle.
Ride the bus.
Thank
that
goodness.
was her own song. Yeah.
That is awesome, because there are
It's
some
catchy.
other annoying jingles that are not as pleasant. I'll just tell you that. So
Gets
Brad,
right to the point.
exactly, do the job. Brad is originally from Western Wisconsin. Don't hold it against him. He's been a member of many musical groups, including the White Sidewalls. Awesome. Brad and Layla were both members of the Showtime Band and continue to form at Twin Ports venues and events as a duo called Note a Bull. But today with Tom, they're Note Worthy. I love that.
That's us.
So Tom, he began playing piano at age 3. Yeah, and he's well known in the area as the master of the keys, and boy, you can hear it tonight. His mastery and pitch-perfect vocals, yeah. I had the pleasure, non sequitur, I had the pleasure of listening to Tom sing the national anthem at a UMD Bulldog hockey game.
Yeah.
The Dogs didn't get it done today, but you know what? Tom Cockett's national anthem was awesome. Okay, Tom's mastery and pitch-perfect vocals never disappoint, which is why he is a highly sought-after vocalist and pianist. So Leela, Tom, and Brad are thrilled and honored to be here with all of you. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy this special rendition of a song by the beloved John Prine. It's one that Bonnie helped make so popular. It's honest to goodness, one of my favorites. Here's Noteworthy with Angel from Montgomery.
Thank you.
So happy to be here with you all again. Enjoy. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were thunder, lightning was desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing, Lord, that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go, yeah. There's flies in the kitchen. I can hear them up there buzzing. And I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning and comes home in the evening and he's got nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing, Lord, that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Angel, angel from Montgomery. Angel, angel from Montgomery. Angel, angel from Montgomery. Oh, angel, 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 angel. Ooh, my little angel, little angel. Oh, living this life is not an easy thing to do. My little angel. Angel, angel from Montgomery. Angel, angel from Montgomery. Angel, angel from Montgomery. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Thank you.
Lay locked again.
Okay. Wow. You guys, we're winding down, and I'm really happy you're here, and I'm really glad we're raising some money for this beautiful building, and then we get to do this again. Now remember, this is a completely volunteer-run place. It's run by the people who sell your tickets. It's run by the people who sell your snacks in the back. They're volunteers. If you want to join them, there's some yellow pieces of paper in the back over by the cookies and stuff. And there's like a fish bowl on your way out the door on the left. If you're interested in volunteering, join in. It's a really honestly awesome group of people who are here to make this beautiful place continue to be this place that we can share and share awesome music. We have Mississippi Mike sidling up to the microphone next to me. Mississippi Mike Wolf.
That's me.
That's him. He's lived in Duluth for a little over 2.5 years now. He grew up in Mississippi. He stopped in New Orleans for a bit, and before Duluth, he spent most of his adult life in San Francisco. He's toured the world in several projects and has had a lot of his songs featured on TV shows and movies. He was twice voted San Francisco's best singer-songwriter in the local weekly paper. His earliest memory of Bonnie Raitt is his parents' copy of her 1977 album, Sweet Forgiveness. Many years later, a customer at the Starbucks he worked at gave him a ticket to see her in person, and he's been a fan ever since.
That's right.
Mississippi Mike is going to perform Louise, a song that Bonnie Raitt was on that Bonnie Raitt album that his parents played when he was a kid. It is Paul Seibel's most well-known song, and it is most notably covered by Bonnie herself. Until we hear Mississippi Mike.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hey, I'm sorry to wear the sunglasses, but sometimes I cry when I sing, and if that's okay. And I want to dedicate this song to my friend Marin Longfellow, also known as Marmar Superstar, and she spent many a time in this very room that we're in. So hopefully I can get through it all without bawling my eyes out, but in case I do, I have these sunglasses to hide it. They all said Louise was not half bad. It was written on the walls and window shades. And oh, how she act, little girl. A deceiver, don't believe her, that's her trade. Sometimes a bottle of perfume, some flowers, or even some lace. Men brought Louise 10-cent trinkets. Their intentions were easily traced. Everybody knew sometimes she cried, but women like Louise can get by. Everybody thought it a little sad when they found Louise in her room. They'd all put her down below their kind, but some cried when she died this afternoon. Louise rode home on a mail train somewhere to the south, I heard them say. Too bad it ended so ugly. Too bad it ended this way. And a cold wind's blowing outside tonight. Goodbye, Louise, goodbye. Sing with me. A cold wind's blowing outside tonight. Say goodbye. Goodbye, Louise, goodbye. Thank you.
I think there is a sing-along in our future, guys. That is awesome. Okay, our last singer before our grand finale is Shane Nelson. Yeah, he's a singer-songwriter from Superior. He's been performing since he was a small child and launched his first band, Crescent Moon, in his teenage years. He and his band won several Battle of the Band competitions and gained recognition for their live performances. They even opened for some nationally recognized bands such as Survivor and Toad the Wet Sprocket. Now a solo artist. You want to say anything
No, I
about
like
Toad
it.
the Wet Sprocket?
Where'd you get this? I didn't tell you that.
It's a secret.
good.
Now a solo, that's actually Kim. Now a solo artist, Nelson was deemed a Northland Idol by WDIO-TV. He's been to Nashville and back and hasn't tired of performing and creating new music. His self-titled album was released in 2020. I happen to have a copy, featuring a collection of retrospective. Excuse me?
I got new ones that I just ordered, so.
Hot dog.
Thanks.
He's got guitar-based songs, and incidentally, Shane also happens to be a very young uncle to Tracks and Rocks that you heard.
Rockin'.
Rockin'.
Like rockin' and rollin'.
Rockin' and Born Too Late. Yeah. You know music runs deep in that family. The song, written by Canadian singer-songwriter Shirley Eckhard, Something to Talk About, was first released on Bonnie's 1991 album, Luck of the Draw. Let's hear Shane Nelson's take on it, which Bonnie Raitt earned a Grammy Award in 1992.
I didn't know she didn't write it. But thanks, Karen. So, yeah. All right. This is kind of what I came up with.
Talking about people, I hear them whisper. You won't believe it. They say we're lovers, kept undercover. I just ignore it, but they keep saying we laugh just a little too loud, stand just a little too close, we stare just a little too long. Maybe they're seeing something we don't, darling. Let's give them something to talk about. A little mystery to figure out, yeah. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love, yeah, baby, yeah. I seem so foolish, I never noticed. You look so nervous. Could you be falling for me? It took a rumor to make me wonder, but now I'm convinced I'm going under. Think about you every day, dream about you every night, yeah. I hope that you feel the same way. Now that we know it, let's just show it, baby. Let's give it something to talk about, yeah. A little mystery to figure out, babe. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Let's give them something to talk about, babe. A little mystery to figure out. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? Ooh, yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah, baby, let's give them something. A little mystery won't hurt nothing. How about love?
Thank you. Got something I've been working on the last couple days. Yeah. Thank you.
That is awesome. You guys, we have, I think I need to stall because we're bringing everybody back for their last song, which is really cool. So thank you to all of you for coming out tonight. I think you deserve a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you for supporting Sacred Heart, for buying CDs and t-shirts and beverages and tickets, and supporting live music in this beautiful place. Huge thanks to the volunteers who made this all happen, to Eric for making it sound awesome, always. For Jose and Kim for live streaming this and giving us a chance to relive it. If you love what you're hearing, make sure you check them out on their YouTube channel. You know that there are fantastic concerts coming up. Come back. Hear that gorgeous organ, come back and support the musicians who are coming. Keep this happening for Duluth because it's someplace I think that we need. There's no other place like it. Okay, so time to bring it all together for the love of Sacred Heart, for the love of music, for the love of Bonnie Raitt. Thank you all for supporting this concert and this beautiful venue. Here's our final song. Max Crook and Charles Whedon Westover, better known by his stage name. Whoa, this is an awesome, I'm not singing, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so Del Shannon was best known for this song. In 1977, it was Bonnie's first big success. Ow! 2 years later, in 1979, her performance of this song at a No Nukes concert at Madison Square Garden became part of the accompanying film and soundtrack commemorating the event. Thank you to all the musicians. The tech crew here who made this sound great. The volunteers, and you, the patrons. Together, we get to celebrate the gift of music and this beautiful place. So have a great evening, enjoy, and yes, you can sing along.
Cluster of something. And we want you to join in because this is the part of the show where nobody knows exactly what we're doing, but we're doing it anyway. Isn't it nice to be out? Yeah. Thank you, Sacred Heart. Thank you, Eric, our sound guy, Eric Swanson.
my little runaway. Come on home, babe. Come on home, my little run away. Thank you, Sacred Heart.
Tom Colcott on lead vocals. Thank you all for coming. Thanks to Eric. Thanks to Karen. Thanks to all their crew that helped out here tonight. And make sure you get a CD and a T-shirt on your way out. And come back for the Ukraine event, please, on April 21st.